Guys, like, comment, subscribe, share the video, especially if you love college football as much as I do. The biggest game of the year for a Florida fan or a Florida State fan. Florida versus Florida, Friday night on ABC. The night after Thanksgiving. This should be a really good game. I don't think it's going to be a blowout either way. Florida and Florida State have both improved a lot since last year. Florida's run game is really, really solid. They got a quarterback with whose name is Anthony Richardson, who I've talked highly of, and I'm still going to speak highly of. He's a very good quarterback. He's got a really big arm. He's got really good legs. He's very powerful. He's a lot like Jalen Hurts when it comes to tackling him. Good luck. And he's just very talented. And he's gotten better throughout the season. Jordan Travis is the FSU quarterback, one of the best quarterbacks in the country according to his stats. He throws the ball so well, especially on third down. He's really good with his legs. He's a better decision maker than what he has been in his career. Both him and Anthony Richardson are two guys that I have a lot of respect for and I think highly of. Guys who I think are going to have a major key in this game, in the outcome of this game. Florida State's defense has played pretty darn good all year, but they've played even better with Fabian Lovett back after the bye week losing to Clemson. You got him back playing at 100% again. You got Jared Verse 100% again. The defensive line that has been backups to those guys have gotten better throughout the year, and the defense as a whole has played better, especially as of late. Florida's defense looks like it's playing a lot better also since the Georgia game. So I think you're going to see two really good football teams going at it head-to-head. Florida might be in the top 25 after they beat Vanderbilt, so they should be. They got the talent to back it up. They got good players. Florida State, I think, is the better team this year by a lot. No. And again, here's the thing. Florida has beaten FSU 3 times in a row. They didn't play in 2020 because of COVID. And Florida State has had two season-ending games, meaning they could not go to a bowl because they couldn't get to win number 6 twice, 2018 and 2021 last year. So Florida State has a lot to play for. That's probably in the back of their heads for Florida. They usually beat Florida State if you look at the series. But again, this brings me back to the quarterback thing. It's going to depend on who has the most turnovers. It's going to depend on whose defense plays not as good as the other. And because it's home field advantage for Florida State, I think Florida State should win this game 34-27, something like that. I do think Florida can beat FSU. They got the running game to do it. They got the offense to do it. I just don't think. Here's the thing. I think Florida's defense has improved a lot. I just don't think enough to where they slow down FSU's three-headed monster, at running back with Benson, Toafili, and Ward back there. I don't think they can slow down Jordan Travis from throwing the football for 4 quarters. I don't think that Florida can block Fabian Lovett, Jared Verse together, and Tatum Bethune at linebacker. I don't think they can do all that for 4 quarters enough to win the game. I do think Florida's offense is going to put up points. They'll find a way to get the ball out of Anthony Richards' hands. And I think Florida State's defense, even though they're really good, they're going to have a hard time tackling Anthony Richards. You know who couldn't tackle him last year? FSU. So I don't think that's going to be much different. But again, I think somehow Florida State's going to have the ball last with the most meaningful time to score a touchdown to put themselves ahead. And I think Florida just won't have enough time to get a touchdown. That's just how I see the game playing out. I don't think Richardson's going to cost him the game with turnovers like he has early in the year. Lately, he's had less turnovers. So I think it's going to carry over into this game because he's gotten a lot better. I just think Florida State's going to play a better game fundamentally, turnover-wise, you know. And again, Florida's running backs can also fumble too. So I'm not saying the turnovers would be because of Anthony Richardson. So yeah, but I got FSU winning the game. But again, Florida can win the football game. As you can see, I'm not wearing a Seminole jersey, so I'm being completely unbiased. I'm being fair. I feel like Florida State should win this game. It should be a really good football game. Both teams who I think are headed in the right direction in their football programs. Both teams with good head football coaches who I think is doing better for both teams. And both teams who I think is earning national respect slowly and steadily. I just think Florida State's closer at that elite status than Florida is right now.